I felt the air rise up in me, kneel down and clear the stone of leaves. I wander out where you can't see, inside my shell I wait and bleed.
Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another Band Focus with your host, Waiter Check Please. Today, I will actually be going not really screamo band, but a band that I would say kind of started the whole trend. And I think I know that you guys know what band I'm talking about. I am talking about the almost number one heavy metal band that is out there that still plays today. And that band is called Slipknot. Now, what can I say about Slipknot? There is a million things I could say just about Slipknot. But since I only have 12 minutes of actual view time, then, we'll be getting into 12 minutes of a breakdown of Slipknot, okay? Now, Slipknot as itself started, I want to say maybe even before 1999, okay? 1999 was their first album, and it was their first debut album, Slipknot, okay? Now, a little fun fact, Corey Taylor wasn't even the lead singer or one of the the original band members at the time. I don't know the guy's name because guess what? I didn't do my homework again. Alright? This is all on the top of my beautiful, massive head that I have. Okay? But Slipknot itself picked him up from Stone Sour. Okay? He's like, okay, let's just try this thing. I maybe get into a little heavier beat. So he tried it. And look how that turned out. Made 4 awesome albums. Holy crap, dude. Awesome. Good for you, dude. So, first album did awesome. They toured around the country for about, I want to say, a few years. Okay, and around 2001, they came out with their second album, or, give me one moment, okay? I legit just got this album a few days, or today even, okay? I can look on here and, I was right, 2001. 2001 is when Iowa came out, alright? Now, this was, I want to say, darker, a lot darker than their first album, okay? I was even watching the somewhat documentary of Iowa just now, 45 minutes ago, alright? It freaking blew my mind, alright? I was pretty stoked that I saw that, and, it gave me a little bit more perspective on Slipknot, okay? Now, the reason why I am choosing Slipknot and instead of, let's say, Bring Me the Horizon or Asking Alexandria is because I think, in my opinion, that Slipknot started the screamo trend, okay? I could be wrong, dude. I could be wrong, okay? Some other band before them probably started it, but, mainstream started screamo, in my opinion. Okay, this is what my channel is about. Opinion based. Awesome. Anyway, okay, so 2001 they came out with Iowa, a lot darker sense, and that's when Corey was a freaking alcoholic addict. Okay, he was drunk mainly almost more than half the time on stage. And, you know what? Honestly, I'll not lie. He was consistent in his singing. Still, he is still consistent in his singing and his screaming. It's awesome. You know, the band itself together is very consistent in their live shows. And you know, not a lot of bands can say that. Hell, I can even say it to Asking Alexandria before Danny went to rehab. All right, I could say that because that's how consistent these guys are. Well, obviously, Asking Alexandria, Danny had to use his screaming voice a lot more. All right, but you know, there is more ways to scream than to just throw it out. You know, you may have like one or two good albums, all of a sudden it's just thrown out of the whole thing. Alright? Now, Corey did do this. He changed his screaming style in Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses album, the third album, okay? He changed it up because of his alcohol abuse. Alright, I like I said, I went on YouTube the other day and just fucking looked this up, you know? That's how people get their information sometimes, alright? So, he changed his screaming style because of, you know, his alcohol abuse and how his throat is, you know, a little scratchy. But, you know, whose isn't when they sing for 10 years? Alright? I got the 10th anniversary version of Iowa. That's fucking awesome, dude. Let's see. Anyway, when Subliminal Verses came out, I didn't know Slipknot at all before 8th grade, or I'm sorry, 6th grade. All right, so 6th grader came around. It was like, I want to say 2006. Yeah, 2006, 6 years ago. All right. So you know, Iowa. Oh, I'm sorry, Subliminal Verses came out. Didn't know what they were. Had no idea they even existed. I heard the name of Slipknot, but I never really like got into Slipknot till I want to say like that very summer of me going to high school. All right, 2008 came along. Their brand new album came out. All Hope Is Gone. All right, Dead Memories, Psychosocial, Sulfur. Oh boy, I was freaking for days just soiling myself. All right. Now I knew for some odd reason, I knew that their first and second album were a lot heavier, just because it's their first and second album. You know, just off the top of my head, Bring Me the Horizon and A Day to Remember. Their first two albums were freaking hardcore, just because of, you know, the usage of the throat is fairly new. Okay, so Slipknot, I want to say around 2009, early 2009 is when Paul Gray died. Okay, now to this date, 2014 March, or I'm sorry, April 4th, I want to say April 5th, somewhere around that area. My memory's not that good, even though it's today. They're saying that past Slipknot itself is saying that past decade of when Paul Gray was alive is their way of saying it's the Paul Gray generation, okay? So that brings me to the fact that they're going to have more possible albums coming out soon. I don't know how soon, okay? Corey, the Clown, and, you know, James and Mike, they haven't released that information yet, and I would love to hear what they have to say, okay? Now, I don't know what they're going to do without a bass player, in my opinion, okay? If somebody finds this video by some chance, okay, and knows of this information, please message me, alright? I want to hear more information about Slipknot from just what's happening next afterward, okay? They're still doing shows. Holy crap, dude. Like, I saw their first live show. I think it was Download Donington Park, I think it was called. And Paul Gray was obviously not in it. It was, I think, 2012 is when I saw that live concert. Not personally on YouTube. Okay, I saw it on YouTube, the live concert. Okay, so like I was watching it, and it sounded awesome. Okay, and even though you couldn't really hear the bass, they really did a good job covering it. All right, that's how good Slipknot is. Okay, if they're missing a band player, okay, the DJ, one of the guitarists, okay, one of the percussionists, okay, they can possible cover it. All right, what they cannot do is if Corey just blows it off, or even Joey. All right, they can't do that. So if freaking Corey and Joey stick to it, that's awesome. Now, if none of you have heard this, Joey Jordison has made a new band, okay? The band's called Scar the Martyr. It is very dark in a sense that there's only one or two songs that really distinguish them outside of the actual album. Okay, those two songs do sound like, in some way, like Slipknot. And that's why they're kind of good. All in itself, though, Scar the Martyr isn't the best heavy metal band. Okay, nobody is. We still are trying to find who is the best heavy metal band that is compared to like Pantera, Metallica, Slayer, all those great heavy metal bands that are from the 90s, 80s, in fact, okay? And, when Scar the Martyr came out, I freaking bought that album. I was so excited to hear Joey just play the drums and just go at it. And in a way, I was kind of disappointed after the outcome of it. So, in my personal opinion, just by soul distinguish. Oh no, I just had it too. There's only 2 good songs on that album, okay? Buy those 2 songs. It will show on iTunes, in fact. But please, don't waste your money on the whole album, okay? Even though there's bonus tracks to it. Alright? I bought it. I think it was like $12. Just only use your money for the $2 that you can for the 2 songs. I mean, that's the only thing that I could see that's coming good out of it. I'm not a big fan of it. I still love Joey. Hell yeah, I still love Joey. All right, so, and in that case, me myself haven't bought a Stone Sour song. Period. So I'm not really sure on what Corey sounds like in Stone Sour. He probably freaking sounds the same, but it's probably toned down because it's Stone Sour. What do you expect? Blue. But it's really interesting what they're gonna do for the future Slipknot. All right, I wonder if anybody's possibly gonna leave, or if anybody's going to make their own band like Joey did. I think it was Sid Wilson. I think he is starting like a DJ type recording studio, Delio McBob, or whatever he wants to do. He's a great DJ. If you guys, you know what? I don't think I've told you guys this, but like in one of his shows, he broke, I think, both of his ankles, both of his feet. All right, and even I think it was in the middle of the show is when he broke it. Nobody has footage of this. Okay, nobody has footage of this. All right, they just show the beginning, or before he broke his feet, and then after he broke his feet. There wasn't like actual footage of him breaking his feet, but he was a freaking boss. All right, he went up to his DJ session, and I'm not sure if they gave him like a stool to sit on, but he still would DJ. All right, and that's why Slipknot members itself are so devoted to Slipknot that they'll do possibly anything to keep it alive. All right, it's not just about the money right now to them. Corey said in one of his live shows, it's now just about the fans and Paul. And I give so much props to Slipknot for that. And, that's why I wanted to make this video. Alright, just to show you guys that, they're possibly the ones that started the whole Screamo fad, and the fact that they are one of the best heavy metal bands out there. Alright? Well, that is all the time that I have, YouTube. This is Waiter Check, please, and I will definitely be making more videos just like this. Okay? Thank you, YouTube.